Alright, we're here, we're live, and we're going to start the 3 scenarios. And the first one we're going to do is the easy one. The short one, the boring one. There's no useful items, nothing special about this at all. The reason we do this one first, by the way, aside from it being boring, is that we want to de-equip Magixqua9 and Carlos when we're done. Nothing special going on here, we're just fight, auto crossbow, and health. And that'll get it done. That's it for the Elite River. And that dumps us off right in Norse. Gee, that was easy. Except not. If you go up there, you just get rebuffed. What you gotta do is come around here. As I'm sure everyone knows, Magixqua9 was shown that by Emo. Boom. And you'll note that in here, you're fighting the same stupid baddies that you fought back before, when you were just single charactering Magixqua9. Not exactly a major threat to your long-term survival. And there we get some new ones that are no more of a threat to your survival. Then we get this stupid thing. I didn't even watch it. I'm not sure I remember how exactly to do it, but it's all good. Because if you don't, you just do that. If you're a rage hunter, you want to actually fight that guy so you can pick up the rage on the Velt later, but I'm not, so I don't worry about it. Now we're back to fighting the little loser guys. That's the Moogle Cave right there. If you want to, you can go down there and pick up a rune edge, but it's much better to leave it there, because later on you can come back and it will be a much more useful ribbon. We skipped these treasures before, we're going to skip them again. You'll get a pod bracelet out of that one up there later on. And nothing useful in them now. I think it's a sleeping bag and a tonic or a tincture or some such useless piece of junk. That's it. We're back in Narsh. Very important part here is de-equip. Really, no, she doesn't have anything that's going to be useful for anybody. We can take off his heavy shield, I guess, but everything else is just a waste. Definitely remove that stuff. Hyper Wrist doesn't really matter. Star Pendant, nobody's going to need it. But at least get rid of that stuff. And we're here. That's going to be it for this scenario. And then we're going to move on. Number 2 is Sabin's scenario. We want to do Emo's scenario very last because that one actually has the toughest battles, and we want to have some equipment that Royd's here we'll be picking up. So we'll start here. Just bolt the crap out of these guys. The only annoying thing about this, at least for me, is that I can't fast forward when I'm using Blitz all the time. Anyway. Okay, we're going to shop with this fella. Mainly what we want is shurikens. We want 99 of them, and don't worry about the expense. Shurikens are our friends. None of this other stuff is even the slightest bit useful. So you can ignore it for the rest of your life. Pick up Badass. Put him in the front because he's a lot cooler looking than Royd's. How's Royd's doing on his equipment? Not so hot. Plumed hat. See, I don't really worry about the plumed hat because another 3 defense just doesn't really make much difference to me. But if you're paranoid about your defense, you can feel free. That's the gal's father dude that I'm not going to worry about right now. Let's take a break. Alright, where the hell is this Imperial camp? Going this way. Is that the wrong way? Yeah, that was the wrong way. It's been a while. The critters out here are absolutely no threat to you whatsoever. You will not have to worry about anything with them. Honestly, you could just use your fight command and beat them up acceptably. Alright, we arrived at the Imperial camp. Listen to these guys chit-chat for a while. And we're at Doma. faithful retainer to his family's liege, with the courage and strength of 100 men. If all 100 men are one-legged blind midgets, that is. Let's give him a name that's appropriate for his skill set. Perfect. We're about to find out that the Empire's attack was rather ill-considered. Number one, you have soldiers that are attempting to break down the castle with their fists, thereby demonstrating that they're not the brightest lights in the hallway. There isn't really anything here that I need for him. He's good. Oh, by the way, we're saving a state because we want to make sure we pick up the black belt from this guy. Easiest way to a dead leader is sword tech number 2. Bang, he's dead. Got the black belt, we're in good shape. Alright. Now we got these guys, and I forgot to equip these guys with relics. For badass, we want the running shoes. Actually, no. We want the Atlas armlet and the hyper wrist for badass. For Roids, we'll give him the running shoes, and there really isn't anything else that's useful for him. So, actually, I'll tell you what, I don't have a weapon for him. If I had another weapon for him, I'd be Genji Glove black belting him. Some Imperial guys. There's nothing useful there. It's a star pendant in there, so, you know, what the hell. I'll just go ahead and do the cat thing. Thank you. You want to kick it and fight the dog if you, once again, are a rage collector. Okay, there's Leo. There's Kefka. All you have to do, it's not really even a fight with Kefka. You just have to hit him once and then he goes away. In here, we will find a Telstar. And it's not so much that we need anything in there, but Telstars appear in the Veldt later and give us an infinite supply of green beignets, and that's good. You get Darbolt on him once and then he Mega Zerks you, but that's fine since he's got running shoes, he'll still do some damage. And that is just totally pathetic. Boom, he's gone. You can see that Badass does a ton of damage with his shurikens with a Atlas belt, Atlas armlet, and hyper wrist pimping. What a toad. Anyway. Alright, that's it for him. Now Kefka does what he does best and runs away. Take out the Templars first because I can. Interceptor helps me out, and that's that. Here comes the poison. I'll try to get through this Doma Castle thing while we have a chance. Genji Glove black belt for useless. Except I don't have any equipment for him, so whatever. Not really anything else he can do. At least the Genji Glove jacks up his defense. Heavy shield, green beret, leather armor. Actually, let's give him a leather hat. I'll give the green beret to somebody else, like somebody useful. Okay, here's the king. We're done with him. There's Science Family. They're not doing so well. Okay, now we're back with Roids. Okay. We're almost out of time here, so we're going to stop right after this. And we'll move on to the next part with the Magitech armor on our next installment.